Hello. So I am Jennifer and I am a content slave of Jesus Christ. Y'all, I had a moment yesterday. Oh, I had a moment. Oh, oh. I had a moment. And it kind of threw me because it was just so heavy. It was just so intense. I was going out, shopping with the Lord. And I was spending this money that I don't have. And I'm like, although it was fun doing it, I'm like trying on glasses and putting on clothes and I'm getting into it. Oh yeah, I'm getting into it. We getting into character. We fancy now. We out here. Till I opened up that bank account and the bank account said, that, my girl, is a lie. You out here too much. The bank account says, slow down. Matter of fact, stop. The bank account was saying something different. So I realized, my bank account was not as surrendered to the Lord as I was, because it's getting down to zero. It's not giving what God is giving. Abundance. It's not. So it just hit. It was such a heaviness over me. And I know, spirit of heaviness, spirit of depression, you got to bind, you got to cast, you got to do all that to get that off of you, right? Spiritual attacks. But in the moment, it just hit me like, I don't have money for this. I'm about to be broke. Like, this is crazy. And I was just sitting in that heaviness, I was just sitting in it. This is a reality, right? Because that's just where I was at. Oh, but then later on that night, I was sitting and I was thinking, and then it just washed over like a wave, this heaviness. And I felt so low, and like just really heavy, like just carrying something really weighty. And I'm like, I don't have a job. I don't have a way to make money. I left everything, right? Kids, husband, now ex, my mom in a nursing home. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm in a hotel. I don't even have an address, y'all. I don't have an address, so I can't get stuff sent because the hotel that I'm staying at, which is only for 4 or 5 more days now. So I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm just like, okay, I can't even get stuff sent to me. Luckily, I ordered something the Lord want me to order, and I could get it sent to a place that'll allow you to pick it up from there. So I'm like, okay, that saves me. But even still, there's limitations with that. I have a P.O. box, but that I just recently got. But I'm like, all right. And then I'm accumulating more bills because I have a storage unit. And I'm like, that's a couple $100 a month. I'm like, like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I doing? And the Lord's been explaining it to me. The Lord's been really helping me understand step by step, the process, and there's been some moments where I've had a blast. I mean, this whole thing has been just like an amazing journey. And when I say journey, I mean like odyssey with the Lord. Like, I'm off the reservation. I'm so far off the reservation. It ain't funny, y'all. I'm so far off the grid. You can't even trace me. It's just me and God out here. It's been me and God out here for a while, y'all, for months and months and months. I can't even tell y'all some of the stuff that me and the Lord has been through together, because he's like, he just showed me, like, if you'll come out of religion, if you'll come out of the check boxes, if you'll come out of all the things you ever thought walking with Christ actually was, if you will just do what the Bible says, which is tired, burnt out on religion, come and get away with me. If you just get away with me, daughter, I'm gonna show you about this supernatural life. I'm gonna show you something different. And he's been showing me. He's been showing me. Maybe one day I could go through it and tell it all, but it's been incredible. But it's been a lot. The Lord let me know it had to be aggressive. It had to be the way how it's been these past months, all of these months, because it's time for me to send you. It's time for me to do something with you. It's time for me to, bring you in to your calling, who you are. It's time to activate you. And so because it's time, we got to put the burners on, right? And I've just been feeling it. But last night I was like, yo, like, I really have nothing. I really have nothing. We're building right now. So I started off with a backpack. So now I got a little bit more with the backpack as the Lord is transitioning. But I'm like, still, I'm just out here by myself, by myself with the Lord, but no one physically. And I was like, this is something. But the beautiful thing about that moment was, what do you think I did when it just all hit? The reality of it. What do you think I did? So in that moment, I said, Lord, I said, if I go broke and I don't have $1 left to my name or access to $1, I'm okay with it. If I have to move my car somewhere and go sleep in a parking lot and I don't have enough money to put in the gas tank to go somewhere else, and I got to sit in that parking lot for however long you want me to, months, days, whatever, I'm going to do it. I'll just live in my car in a parking lot. If you want me to leave that car behind because I ain't got enough gas to move it and someone wants me to move and they tow it and I end up just on the street somewhere, I'm like, I'll do it. If that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. Like, if I end up not having money for food, I'll fast. And I'll just drink water. And if I end up fasting so many days unto my death, so be it. I'm going to die knowing that I gave you all of me and I served you up into my day of death. And right now that gets me emotional just to think, like, yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not turning back. There's nothing back there. I'm going into God with everything that I got. And if it cost me my last breath, I'll do it. And I thought of the reality of it. Like, what's the reality? What does that look like for me to just sleep on a sidewalk? What does that look like, me not having food and really sliding into death because of starvation? I'm like, I'm willing to accept that because I want to die knowing that I obeyed God. That I obeyed God no matter what the cost. And I could feel the Lord trying to pull me out of it, right? He was trying to pull me out of it last night, but I was like, no, God, I want to feel this because I want to be able to accept the absolute worst. The absolute worst, right? My last breath in agony. I want to be able to accept it so that no matter what happens before that, not a thing. Because I've already accepted the worst. And I had a fresh surrender. I used to do this back in the day when I used to like get on my face with the Lord. I used to, just get on my knees or just get before the Lord. I had this practice of almost every day, like, I want to surrender to you afresh. My answer to you is still yes. I still want to serve you. I still want to. It's just like, hey, you said that yesterday, but with all the stuff that happened to you today, do you still say yes? Is your surrender still fresh? Let me ask you that in this moment. Hello. Is your surrender fresh? What time is it? Where you at? What time is it? Look at the clock. At that time, at this moment, is your surrender still intact? Is it still fresh? Right? But it's just a beautiful process to be able to surrender, resurrender. So I got up this morning, y'all, and interesting enough, the Lord always wakes me up between 3 and 4. Today, when I woke up, it was 5. And I got up and I'm like, what the world is going on? And when I went outside, the Lord was like, okay, so what was that? Talk to me, Jennifer. Tell me where you're at. And we had worked through it all. And the Lord is so good. He just reassured me. He's like, Jennifer, that's not what this walk is about. I want you to have fun with me. I want you to have joy with me. I want you to have experiences with me. Like, we're coming out of all that. We're coming out of wilderness and isolation and obscurity and the loss of life and all of that. We're coming out of it. Like, come out of it. Have fun. Enjoy this time at the hotel. Look at it as an adventure. You don't know where you're going next or what you're going to be doing. Like, let's just have fun with this thing with your Father. We out here. Be out here with us. So, the Lord, he has a funny way of just dealing with me because he's really been pressing on this upgrade. Let me upgrade you. And he's just showing me the bigness that he's going to have me come into, and I'm believing for it and I'm trusting for it. And he's just like reminding me of that song, like, let me upgrade you, Jennifer. I'm about to take you in. So the Lord be talking cash money to me and he lets me know I'm good for it too. He's like, we got to do this right now. We have to prepare you right now for the bigness I'm about to take you into with these going in the stores and spending money that you don't have and being able to have influence and doing these things. He's like, I got to do this on a small level because what I bring you into, you ain't ready for it. You can't handle it. I need to get your mind right so you can even be able to tolerate it. When you get a chance, go listen to Upgrade You. I know it's old. I know. Hey, but it's still hit. Listen to Upgrade You and listen to Jay-Z's part. Ask the Lord to convict you on that. Listen to Jay-Z's part as though it was the Lord speaking to you. Oh. Because when I sing it, the Lord be like, okay, this is my part. That's how the Lord deal with me. Like, me and the Lord don't been through a lot. You don't understand. I don't spend some time in with the Lord. The Lord don't grace me to spend some time with him. I know the Lord in a different way. I don't came out of all of that religious stuff, and I'm still working my way out of some of it, the mindset. But yeah, I know my Father. I know that. I know the Lord Jesus Christ, my friend, my brother. We don't got on a different level. But he like, you ain't even ready for what I'ma do. See, he like, what you're offering right now, it's beautiful, yeah. But in comparison to what I'm gonna give, you ain't ready, Jennifer. We gotta start working you into it. You ain't ready. You know, like he's honoring my sacrifices and the things that I'm doing, you know, but he's like, I just want to know that you're willing to give all of yourself to me. When I start giving myself to you, when I open up the floodgates of heaven to start blessing you, Jennifer, you ain't gonna be able to handle it. So don't worry about this little bit right now. Don't worry about it. Wait till I start blessing you. You ain't gonna be able to handle it. So then I was singing a song. I was like, let me upgrade you. I'm gonna let my Father upgrade me. I'm gonna let my Jesus upgrade me. Hey. And that was my night, and that was my morning. Now we back in the building, right? Didn't stop me. I still did what the Lord had me to do. Even yesterday when I was feeling heavy after we did the shopping, you know, and I looked at the bank account, and the bank account sobered me, honey. It sobered me all the way up. The Lord still had me do some stuff, and I did it. He was like, okay, we got to make videos. We got to do this. We got to do that. Okay, that's fine. And what he tells me to do, he's like, I need you to fight for it. I need you to fight. Come on, Jennifer, fight to get there, fight to do it. And it's this thing that the Lord has really been doing with me, because he's letting me know there's something else going on here, right? I could be under spiritual attack, whatever. He's just like, fight to get to it, fight to get through it. You ever try to do something and it's like everything is coming up against you, and you like, what is going on? All I'm trying to do is get to here to get this done. And it seemed like everything is getting in your way. But the Lord at them times, he'd be like, fight to get to it, fight to get through it, fight to it, fight to it, fight to it. So I'm like, okay, yesterday he told me, he's like, a fight to get this stuff done. So I got it done. And then, you know, at night, that's when the stuff, you know, started sitting heavy. But it was only moments. And it led me to a fresh surrender. It led me to really going even further into this call, even further in my relationship with Jesus Christ, right? Because it's like, now we fully persuaded over here. Nothing gonna separate me from the love of Christ. Nah, we doing this. Like, we're doing this. As long as I hear from the Lord, which the Lord is in my ear to where I can hear him, we doing this till our last breath. And if in my very last breath I could say, I gave my very last breath to obey the Lord, what else is there? That's just real talk for me. Feeling good now, feeling after it. Let's get on to the business of the Lord today. Talk soon.